I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. I do think it's kind of sad. I think it's a little sad that this has happened once again. We're really gonna go for this guy. We're really gonna vote for this man again. We're doing it again, people. Really? Like, okay, here, and I was gonna go down everyone on the list who I thought, because I didn't know if we were gonna have the results by now, but Donald Trump. I mean, people who know me probably know my opinion on Trump. Not a fan. I did actually vote for him the first time around, all the way back when I was a little old Coleman, 19-year-old Coleman. I did indeed vote for Donald Trump on that time. But you know what? The whole thing about Trump is, I regretted it. I think literally the first day he went into office, because he signed however many different fucking. By the way, I apologize for the noise in the background. I'm doing this live stream. I can only really do it in the room that was going to be the new studio, but it's kind of echoey now, and so it's not ideal. But no, I think Donald Trump was, up until that point, when he said "drain the swamp," people really felt that, right? People really felt like, oh, this is really going to be the man that drains the swamp. Just his rhetoric. I mean, how he was really just able to tell people, like, the Clintons and all that, like, to their face, go fuck yourself. Like, there's something that on face value that was really nice and really refreshing to see in a political eye. I think a lot of people who go with the establishment and really want to see those kind of things happen, Trump was a nightmare for that. And someone like me, who's anti-establishment, and young and dumb. I remember my sister. I put, like, on Snapchat, like, I was voting for Trump, and she's like, "You're a fucking moron." And she was right in a sense. I mean, I was right. I mean, I had the correct prediction of, like, there was kind of this weird underlying thing where it's like, you all kind of thought, like, oh, he could win. He could fucking win, right? And he fucking did. And oh, that 3 months, or no, 3 months, that 2 months in between the election and when he went into office, I was like a lot of people. I was pumped. And then the day he went into office, he signed all these executive orders. I remember the one that really peeved me was with the pipeline. Because that the story, I don't remember exactly what the pipeline name was. But so my ex-wife, she's based out of Rapid City, so I kind of had, like, a knowledgeable background about this issue. Basically, there's this pipeline that they wanted to construct through a Native American territory or whatever, and they, obviously opposed this. So there was this big, there were all these conflicts between the police, the local police, and, like, all that with the natives. And it was this conflict that went on for, like, months and months and months, right? Like, it was in the papers. Like, everyone that, like, of that family circle was talking about, because there was that connection, right? And the day that Trump went into office, he was just like all the months of hard work that went into that whole thing from the natives, he was just like, nope, fuck that. Nope, you're not getting that pipe. We're putting that pipeline through where all your ancestors have been buried, and your rituals or what. Yep, fuck you. We're just gonna. And I remember that really kind of fucked with me a little bit. I'm not gonna say that Trump was. I don't think he was the worst president. I think you could make a fair argument that he's a better president than what we currently have. I think it's a fair argument. I think they're both awful. I think Trump is an awful president and an awful person. And I think it's really like, look, like the Epstein stuff, right? Like, he was on those flight logs. I mean, that means something, right? I mean, the fact that his base and Iowans are so blind to that they're just going to vote for him because he's red or because he's Trump, because, they want that thing back, right? Like, they're just... I don't know. The thing about the thing that people, I mean, and it's too late now, right? It's already happened. This is a pretty, I mean, what was it? Let me pull that back up again. I think it was 50. Okay, well now they've rechanged. He has 62.5% of the votes, and I'm sure this will change. Probably by the end of this episode, these percentages will be different, right? But I mean, I mean, they're calling it early, right? It's a clear landslide victory. What it's looking like, which is sad. It's just fucking sad, man. It's weird. It's not surprising. It's definitely not surprising. But yeah, I mean, look, I mean, people. I guess I'll just speak to the Trumpians, to the people who like really fuck with Trump, right? Who really want to bring him back. He threw your entire thing under the bus. Do you not remember that? Back in 2020, when the Capitol happened, when the January 6th happened, I mean, he was all about that, and then the next day, I mean, you can find the speech, like he fucking did a speech where he condemned his supporters. He said that they were, and then of course, later he backtracks and he calls them heroes and stuff when he's not in the Geist. But I mean, I guess, look, I was listening to Part of the Problem, Dave Smith's podcast. I highly recommend that. Very libertarian guy. I was listening to his podcast today about the whole thing, and the point that he makes, right? Like if Trump wasn't able to, like, if he wasn't able to do it while he was in office, like, what makes you think that he's gonna actually get there? Like, sure, he won Iowa, right? You don't think that they're gonna make every concerted effort ever to like make sure he doesn't get in? Like, do you really think that that's like, what? The second time's a charm. Third time's a charm, I guess. Third time's a charm. He's really gonna fucking do it this time. I don't know, man.